Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're going to read a shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Ihaiva tairjitas sargo yesham sami sthitam manah nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthitah. In this shloka, Lord Krishna talks about a term which is samatva. Samatva. Samatva means equanimity. How the mind should be balanced. How important it is for us to recognize the tricks and gimmicks of the mind. The mind can be our best friend if it is trained with Tattvajnana, with self-knowledge. If it is not trained with Tattvajnana, with self-knowledge, it can be your worst enemy. That is what Bhagavan says in shloka. It goes like this. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu means this mind can be your best friend if it is trained with self-knowledge. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha means this mind is your worst enemy if it is not trained with self-knowledge. So what does this mean? Learn to ignore the thoughts. Many times when you look at a person, you can see how afraid they are, how fearful they are. I just finished a trip. I just took a flight and did a trip, and I saw many faces at the airport, and I was looking at them and seeing how fearful everybody is. Many people are, they don't know how to differentiate the thoughts, the fearful thoughts from, these are nonsense thoughts. But we tend to believe them. Why? Because it's a habit. We are thinking, okay, I am thinking. So there's no I who is thinking. There are just thoughts. In this vast formless awareness, a vibration called thinking is happening. Just they are passing. We do have a power within us to ignore these thoughts. How do you ignore the thoughts? Because they are coming with so many important points. Because mind would say, this is going to happen. There's so many scenarios. So this is going to happen. This is going to happen. But how do you go beyond that? We need something to hold on to. That is called samarpana. This samarpana means surrender. Surrender means, what does surrender mean? We need a higher power to put everything down. Our thoughts and all these fears. So when you trust that power within us, you offer your thoughts also. You offer your thoughts and say, no, I don't want to go after this thought. We all have this power. So use this tool, this technique to go beyond the fearful thoughts and depression and all these things that are coming. And I'm not saying it's not the doctors are saying it's a chemical imbalance. Or I'm not going into any of that. I am just here to talk about the psychological aspect of the mind that is giving us fearful thoughts, and we are all getting afraid. So we should have some power within us to ignore those thoughts and discern what is real and what is unreal. How can you do that? Just observe the thoughts and see how many thoughts, these fearful thoughts, have come to reality. How many things in reality, how many thoughts became truth? So when you really observe this, you will come to understand the unreality of these thoughts. So use the mind for practical purpose. We need to book a ticket. Yes, we need to book the tickets and we need to use the practical mind for these things. But for the psychological mind, do not believe those thoughts. Now we're all reading this news, sunset mania or something like that. When the sun is setting and when the darkness of night comes, people are starting to worry. With this mind would become so strong, the psychological mind becomes so strong, and we tend to believe these thoughts. That's when we become so fearful. So in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, इहैव तैर्जितः येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः निर्दोषं हि समं ब्रह्म तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः. We need to train our own mind to become equanimous, so that we are not going chasing after every thought. Mind is like just a machine. It's just producing thoughts. What is mind actually? A set of thoughts and visions, right? So when we understand this, when we start to observe, it becomes it slows down first. And then when something really strong comes, you just offer it to God, offer it to the consciousness or whatever you believe in. So if higher power within us. So Lord Krishna is saying samatvam, teaching, training the mind, and taking the mind to an equanimous state is necessary for a peaceful life. So this is how we practice little tips from Bhagavad Gita and use it for our spiritual growth, and whatever it helps in so many ways. And you'll see the power of this ignoring the thoughts. What is the power of this technique? You will see it. So I am hoping you will practice this and you will see the result also. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.